it's Veronica. I'm so glad to be back to do another video for you. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of my Simply Beads by Annie's. And I'm really excited about this particular one. I don't really see a lot of these on YouTube, and this is one that they actually will give you the design in there, and you can make an earring and necklace, or maybe all three. Well, we'll have to see what is in here. And they probably will throw in a few extra beads in case there's anything wrong or you need to lengthen something. So we're going to check that out. So I'm so excited that I get to open that with you guys. So I wanted to tell you why I wanted to get this. I think this is great for beginners, and certainly intermediate and advanced if you are just wanting to get something that you can just make by someone else's design and just have that. This is great to also, I believe, will also spark the creativity for those of us who go through those dry spells. We all do, and I've experienced it many times, and it's kind of frustrating. But I just wanted to let you know that if you are interested in this box, you can just look in the description box below and then just go check it out and go from there. And in the first box, you will get a tool. I guess it's a 4-in-1 tool. And we'll take a look and see how that is and what it entails and stuff like that. So before we begin, I wanted to, of course, give you some scripture here. And let me gather that up before I lay out everything that we have for this bag. Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, there's no second take on this. As soon as I open this, it begins. So let's go ahead and open that. This is like oh, the anticipation. Let's see. Oh my. Let's make sure there's nothing else in the bag. Oh, look at that. Okay. So I'm going to leave that here for now. Let's see what this is. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is just the customer stuff. So if there's any returns, then I can do that. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. And these are the things that comes in the first box. Okay, that's just cardboard, very thin cardboard. And it looks like they give you a bead mat. Oh, this is great. I can put this on top. Maybe things can be seen a little bit better in certain lighting because it's beautiful and sunny out today. It's cold, but yeah, it's getting evening time. So, and then this is the 4-in-1. This is the 4-in-1 tool. So I did see a demonstration on their website. Okay, so we have, if you look here, that is a cutter. Okay, let me bring this closer. So this will cut wire. Let's get an example here and see how that will work. Sorry, I gotta grab my scrap. Okay, so this right here. Oh, look at that, nice. Okay. And then you have your round nose pliers here. And I forgot what they said. I'm not seeing a description. I think you have where you can maybe do a crimping. See where that hole is right there? Okay, or you can use that to put in, maybe even insert one of your wires and perhaps bend it so you can get your 90-degree angle. So yeah, if you are interested in this box, this is your first box. You will receive this. Okay. All right, so let's put that aside and let's get to, so it looks like this, let me come back out. I know there's a glare here, but it's called Area. Turquoise beads and a suede tassel create a laid back set. So it looks like they're going to have everything in here. So this one looks like just a necklace. Go ahead and open that. Well, I want to take out the picture so I can take a look at it. Oh, and here's the book. So this is the actual book. And it's going to look like that. And it seems pretty easy instructions here. I mean, if you have been somebody who's been even a beginner, you would know the basics of making loops. And we have a 6mm filigree round. We have a 6mm, that's link A. This is a dangle. So you have a link. So you have one that is a filigree round. This one is going to be where you can put a head pin, or a head pin or a ball head pin. Same thing here. So they're telling you what to do with each of these pieces. So I will show you what we have here. All right. So it looks like here is our tassel. I'm going to take it out. So it's a suede. And I love that we have the antique bronze here. And as you can see, let me bring it closer. You can see there's the opening there. Beautiful tassel. And we have some eye pins. And that antique bronze as well. I don't think I need to open the bag here. This is some turquoise colored glass beads. And these look like 8mm. They are 8mm according to what's on the list. Wow, this is really nice. We know that turquoise is extremely expensive and it's not everywhere on the earth, so, but yeah, look at that. Even the holes are really nice. Pretty even. Oops, dropped one. I'll have to get that after. And this is a crystal, and it's free form. Now, according to the way the design is here, they have an eye pin going through here. Perhaps I might, I might do something else. Maybe I can wire wrap this, but we'll see. We'll put it together as is here, and then I can always change it out later. Here, let me bring that a little closer. Sorry, guys. With the nice facets on here. This is beautiful. And there's your hole. Wow, look at that sparkle. That is really pretty. And we have some chain. This is nice. I really like this style. It's so perfect for, you know, that casual look of a, you know, a suede or leather tassel. This is really nice here. Okay, let's put that back here. And these here, ooh, see? Yes, so yes, you're going to make a necklace and some earrings. All right, so this is a necklace earring set. So as you can see, you have, oh, look, right in here, there's a, I don't know if you could see that. That's a stopper. So you have 2 of those. No, you should have 4. Okay, there should be 4. And if one is missing, it's not a big deal because I have my own stoppers. Sorry, it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, so you have 2 clasps. These look like the regular 7mm, and you have your ear wires. Here, they give you an extra one, I guess in case something happens, or if you're just somebody who likes to wear one earring. So, yeah, so you're definitely making a pair of earrings. You have an extra ear wire, you have an extra bead stopper, so that makes sense. Okay, so we'll put that. And these are going to be our little charms and jump rings. Okay, so what we have here, these look like they're about 12mm jump rings. And we have 4 of those. And we have, these look like 6mm jump rings here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the filigree rounds here. Beautiful. All right, let's put that together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these all laid out. Well, looks like we have another one, so maybe there's 9. Okay, so I'm going to lay this all out and show you the technique here with our eye pins here for our simple loops. That's what it's showing here. If you feel that these are long enough and you want to do a wire wrap loop, that's fine too. So let me get this all set, and that is the whole thing right here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the precious word of the day, and I hope that, you know, after I finish reading this, I just want to share something quickly about, I guess, and I don't like to use the word experience when it comes to God. It is something so precious that He gives you, that an experience is something that is temporary. This is eternal. What God has promised us, He promised as an eternal thing. He is eternal, and if He is in us, that Holy Spirit is in us, then that is eternal. And so I wanted to share with you that I have this this strong pull to want to tell everybody and about what it is that I know, what I see, and what I feel, and what God has given me. And based off the word and the things that He promised, He absolutely has given that to me. And it is so amazing and so glorious. And honestly, there are no words to describe His power. Even the most highest word you can think of, glorious, that doesn't even describe what he has done for me. And because of that, and because of that power that I feel is in me, is is something that he does so that we can tell others. He wants all of us to come home. Don't be a prodigal son. Don't be that prodigal child any longer. Come home. And I feel like I'm home, and it's only going to get better from here. So with the precious word today is, this is from Psalm, which is a book of songs, basically. And some are written as, you know, the words that God spoke to them, and they would write that down, and the things that they would talk about as when they are talking back to God. And this is all by the Holy Spirit. So this is chapter 9, verse 10. Those who know your name trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. This is huge. So I just would hope and pray that you would all seek him through his word, not just walking about. Through his word is going to tell you everything. And he said, if you are in my word, I am in you. Okay, so let's get the bag or the box and open that and get the project going. All right, thank you everyone, and I'll be right back. All right, so here I have the items. We're going to start with the tassel necklace first, and then we'll go into the earrings, because I think that's going to be pretty basic. So it's just a matter of making the loops and getting them together. So I had already done some of these beads, made the single or the simple wrap or the simple loops. Yes, I'm okay. It's Friday, and I've had didn't feel long, but it was a full week. So I'm excited that it's Friday and that I'm here with you guys. So of course you'll need your tassel. We have 4 of the, what do they call these? I already forgot. Well, they're the filigree beads here, and your glass imitation turquoise, of course, your crystal. Now I had already done the simple loops here, but what I did was I found some spacer beads, and I just thought it would dress it up a little bit. I didn't want the eye pin or to make those simple loops to kind of just look, I don't know, maybe it would I just felt it wasn't enough. So right now that's pretty much, I think, the only thing I'm going to add here at this point. So if you could see those little spacer beads, they have a neat little shape to them, and they are the same color. And I think I called this antique bronze, but I think this is antique brass color. So pardon me for calling it antique bronze. I think that is the antique brass. So yeah, so I have a couple of those. And now the chain that came in the bag, I don't think, I didn't measure at the time, but it is 24 inches. You're going to split that directly in half. Now on the 2 ends, there were 2 of the small ones here, and I took both them off each end. So now both ends of the chain are going to end with the larger link. Okay, and I am going to be using those smaller links in the earrings. So even though it doesn't call for that in the design or the picture, I am going to use it just so that the bottom bead does not get hung up, because sometimes if you don't add a jump ring in between, things tend to get hung up. And since this necklace is not going to call for the jump rings in between, let's hope that they don't get hung up on each other. If they do, then I will just go back, and I may even have to purchase some antique bronze jump rings, because I got to check my stash. I'm not sure if I have some. I may, but it just may be in like antique copper. So I may have to change that, but we'll see. Let's hope for the best. And then you have, these are again, the 12mm jump ring. I had already opened this, and I swear this is a 12 or a 10 gauge. This thing was so hard to open. And I don't mean hard, but I wasn't expecting it to be that strong. I went ahead and I straightened out all the eye pins with my wire straightener. So as you can see, they're all nice and straight now. And these are pretty sturdy, very sturdy. And the two jump rings, the antique bronze jump rings that were in there, they're going to go for the end of the necklace and a clasp and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of these and making the loops. And you're going to, basically, all these here are also going to get a loop on each side. So no head pins for these. The only head pins we're going to use are going to be on the earrings. The head pins are the ball head pins. Okay, so let me clear this out and get to a couple of these, and I'll be right back. All right, so here I'm going to just show you 3 times, and then I'll pull the rest of them in that I have already done, and then we can get them together. Okay, so with the head pins that you already have, if you need to make any adjustments in there, first I want to let you know that I did, if you can see here, I marked where I want the head pins because I want them the same on both sides. So what I did was I first put this in here, so you can see that it lines right up with that mark that I made. Okay, and this way then you know that when you make the other side, you're going to go right to that line. So we're going to take one of the beads, and each bead, each of these, the link or the eye part has to be in opposite directions. So you can take it like this, hold here and here with your finger. This way, and this way you can push the bead down and hold this in place, and then you can bend that in the opposite direction all the way over so that you have that. So there's the hole. So you're going to go back, and then you'll just take and do about a finger's width, because that should be right about the right amount to make the same size loop. If you feel that it's too much, you could just slightly open that up and snip a little off. Make sure you hold on to that. Have a little tray next to you so that you can throw your extra pieces, because you can always use them later. So let me just come in a little. All right, so we're going to make sure we can see that, and then hold it right there. Okay, and then just turn, and you should be able to make it all the way down into that, just like that. So you just play around a little bit, because not everybody's finger is the same size, and you just practice, and you'll be able to make your adjustments, and you'll also you can go ahead and make a mark there so that you know that that's the size loop you want every time. So if you want this size loop for most of your stuff, if you want some bigger, you can, just always leave marks. And this will eventually come off, after some time. Just remark it, that's all, until you become an expert at it, I guess. So let me show you that again. So there's your eye opening there. Come through, hold your bead and the bottom of this, and this way this finger can push this down, and then you're just going to push that backwards in the opposite direction of the other bead. So you have that. Okay. I'm going to come in and do a snip. Line it up. If I get it on there. And then just go ahead and roll. And there's your loop. So if you need to make adjustments, if it gets crooked, just straighten them out. And then you can always test after to make sure that they are exactly opposite. And you can do that simply by making sure this is, you know, parallel, and that this is perpendicular. And you can make your adjustments so that they are exactly one up, exactly one sideways. Okay. And so just make sure you double check all that before you start putting your necklace together. Okay, one more time, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the necklace together. I do want to let you know I did one for this, and it is separate as far as the bead colors go. So if you want to make these loops a little bit smaller, a little bit larger on that, that's fine. You just want to make sure that the other one that you do, there's going to be 4, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom of this necklace. Just make sure that the 2 on the top are exactly the same in their loop size, and the same thing with the bottom. They don't have to match the top 2, but as long as it remains consistent, because on each side, eventually you want to make sure that all the beads line up together if you were to put them side by side. Okay, again, take that, hold your bead down, and hold that, and then go ahead and bend that back. Oops. And we'll go ahead and snip. Wants to roll around. And here we are at the mark again. Okay, now we're just going to roll it. Right in. Okay, and I want to double check, so I'm going to take one this way and one this way, and they are okay, one up and one sideways. All right, so now I'm going to come back and bring the pieces in, and we'll get the necklace together. All right, so we are back, and I'm going to start with the chain. That's going to be the top part, and then we're going to get the beads together. So very simply, you just take your chain, and you're going to take a jump ring. Sorry about the tape here. Let me just come in a little closer. So you're going to take your jump ring, open that, and we are going to put it on this end here and just close it. Make sure it's nice and straight. Can wiggle it a little. Okay. Sometimes you'll hear it click because you're smashing the two ends together. Okay. Then this end here, and because it's one of those necklaces, there's not a front or back. So you don't have to worry about where you're placing your clasp, because you can always flip it around so that your right hand or your left hand has access to whatever side you put it on. Okay, same thing. I'm going to open it up, put it at the end here, I'm going to put the clasp. Now the clasp, you want to make sure that when you're putting it on, first of all, you want to make sure you check it and they work, okay? And so when you go to put it on, have that nubby facing your chest, okay? And then you could just put it on. Because then it will be in the upward position and not hanging downward. Okay. Now, if you have the color or whatever color and you want a bigger jump ring, then you can do that. But like I said, I don't have like a 6/8 or an 8mm in this color. Just want to make sure that's straight. Hold on one second, I can't see. You're looking the light. Make sure it's closed properly. Okay. Now here we are going to take, I hope I didn't drop it. Oh, this other piece here. Let me grab another one. And I do have a spare one, so I'll be able to make another one for the bottom. So I must have must have got caught on my sleeve. Oh, I'm not gonna go looking for it right now, but it is somewhere. Okay, so now we're gonna take and put this at the end of our chain. Now you can open up the end of the chain if you want, because you can see it's like a jump ring. You can open it up, or you can just simply open up your piece here. Make sure I have the right side to open. Open that. Let's stick that one on. Close it back up. Same thing here. So far that's what you have on each side. So now this is where we're going to start adding the beads on. So you can grab all the ones that you've done. And I double checked everything, make sure they were opposite equally to each other. And that they were straight and not crooked. So we're going to start with, oops, they're slippery, little buggers. Oh my goodness, it keeps slipping out of my fingers. Okay, so now we're going to open up and add it on here. Keeps wanting to twist around. Go ahead and close that up. So I'll add a couple more on, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest off of camera. This is going to be really pretty. I just love the picture. And you see, you know, that's funny because I just never really liked tassels. You know, I think until I got, you know, a couple of years into jewelry making, because I don't know. I was never one to wear those big sweaters and stuff. But, you know, as we go on, we change our minds, and I guess we're entitled to do that. Okay, so let me do a couple more. And then when I get down to the part where we can add the crystal and the tassel, then I'll come back for that time. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and open up. And again, if you get this kit, or if you're making this with your own stash and you feel like you need jump rings in between, just know that that's going to add length, and certainly it'll help the beads from not getting caught up on one another. Look, we got a friend. Can you see him? He's right there. Oh. Come by to say hi. All right, one more here. And then, of course, I'm going to try this on for you guys so I can show you once we get it all done. I think I have butterfingers today. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah. And just a reminder, the girls doing, you know, the videos for you, you know, they're taking time out of their day, because I think all of us pretty much have full-time jobs, and so they're taking the time, because we enjoy doing this so much, to bring you, you know, the tutorials and conversation and laughs and just that all-around good stuff that's going on. So please, please hit the like button, and if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. We definitely want to keep Wendy's channel going and to bring it to, you know, glorious places, and that is by the power of God. And we, you know, I feel it in my bones that this is going to go to amazing places, and yet we don't know where, but just know that it's going to be glorious. And with, you know, with all of you out there that just loved Wendy and loved her channel and love us now, that we can all together just be glorious in this whole thing. So again, you know, hit the thumbs up for whatever reason. Like I said, if somebody made you laugh, they made you smile, you love their work, you love, you know, the pets that they show, and whatever, give it a thumbs up. And because it's not exclusive just to the work itself, it's for everything, all encompassing. And you know, myself, I am allergic to cats and dogs, so I'm not able to have those little pets and show them to you, because I would love it. In fact, I really want a Yorkie so much. A little Yorkie, a little teacup Yorkie. That would make me very happy. You know, I only have my sister, and she's kind of far away. She's about a 45-minute ride from here, so I can't always just hop in my car and go knock on her door. And so we have fellowship over the phone, and you know, over a video chat, and I just love it, you know. So even if I can't be there, you know, in person, because you know, then the next best thing, I guess, is the video chat. And I'm a hugger. I love to hug people, and just, you know, just everything, to give everything that's in my heart out towards them. So, oh, that's looking pretty. It's looking pretty, everyone. So yeah, let me get the rest together here. We'll get back to the crystal, and I'll be right back. All right, look at that. So yeah, if you do your loops, you know, evenly, you should be able to come up with the exact same length. Now, if one is longer than the other, just look at your links and see if perhaps maybe you missed one on your mark, and then just go ahead and slightly open it and just nip off a tip. This and then re-roll it to make it smaller. So this way you can get to your length that you need. Now, obviously you can't add to the links that you already made, so you would have to go with the longer one that may be slightly longer and go and snip a little off and start shortening or making those loops a little bit smaller, and then just come back and check to see if everything is nice and even. Okay, so from here now, we're going to take our crystal. I am going to clean that up. Oh my goodness, it is just, you know, when you have lotion on your hands, most of it's rubbed off by now. My hands are super dry, but still, you have your oils. So I want this smaller part towards the top. So we're going to go ahead and put that on here, and then you can just turn that. So when you put the ring down, that'll still lay nice and flat, okay? So now we're going to take make sure that you are going to be putting them one on each side of that crystal, okay? So it'll be like that. Okay, and now this is where you're going to close it. And again, these are super, super strong. I'm so excited that they weren't these flimsy things, because sometimes you purchase some jump rings and they end up being these flimsy little things. So let me just come in a little closer. And these are nicely cut. You know, they're straight on both sides. So that tells me that they were cut with a saw and not just pinched closed, because one side will be straight, one side will have a pinched end. And most jump rings you'll find like that, and you can get by with that because they're still good quality jump rings, but they just cut them differently. Okay, look at that. So now we have that here. And now let's add the tassel. So this is where we're going to open up this end here, or you can add a jump ring. And I think I'm going to add a jump ring. That's what I'm going to do. So where is my spare parts? Here they are. Spare parts. All right, let me just find one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So just take your jump ring. You know what to do with it. I just want to have, so that it doesn't get caught up on it. The other thing too is, in the design, it called for 12 beads on each side, but because I'm shorter, I don't want it hanging down below my navel. So I wanted it a little bit shorter, so that, I don't know, the way it would fit me would be more appropriate. And we'll go ahead and add that on. This crystal is kind of heavy, so and sometimes they can get a little crooked. So you can always take your jump ring and take this, and then flatten it. This way you won't get any of the, where it looks like it's kind of wiggly. Oh my, look at that. So let me come back out. It looks so pretty. Oh, I just love that crystal. Now, of course, in here you can do any kind of design. You can add a bead and wrap some like 28 gauge around 3 times, and then put it through a bead and then wrap on that side 3 times. You could put another crystal there and do that. And I just may dress it up later, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this. And you can always add dangles on the end if you want. All right, so I am going to get this on, and I'll show you in a hot second. So let's just lay this out. Look at how pretty that is. Here, let me do it this way. It's kind of hard to see when you have all this stuff. So there it is. All right, so let me get this on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I have it on, and I think I may end up shortening it, but I'll show you, and I'm going to probably shorten it at the chain. It's because, you know, I am a shorter stature, so I'm only like 5'2", so to have something this long, it might be a little too long. So let me know. All right, so this is the chain. This is the 12 inches on each side, and then you have the beads. I'm gonna have to step back a little, and I have to stand on my toes. I don't know if I can move back anymore. My printer's there. So yeah. So what do you think? Yeah, I may shorten it up to here, only because as you can see over my bust here, it tends to want to swing towards the middle. So I think if I shorten it to bring it up, then if anything is going to go towards the middle, it would be the tassel area. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, because I really like this. And I just love that crystal. Look at how pretty that is. So yeah, I think yeah, it definitely needs to get shorter. So yeah, if I went up, yeah. Okay. All right, so everyone, I hope that you enjoyed that. I think that it's just a lot of fun, and I think with the encouragement and you know, being able to do this on Wendy's channel for Wendy, for you guys, to me it just encourages me to do it even more. And because I didn't want to lose, you know, I guess the joy that, you know, making things with my hands. I've always been good with my hands. You know, I went into massage therapy school, but I have allergies, and of course I'm older, so the stamina isn't there. But I've always been good with my hands. My friends told me, even when I was younger. So I put them to good use doing jewelry, and of course I want to do more wire work, and I think that would be fantastic to do. And having done that wire work, doing the wire wrapping on the cabochon, if you haven't seen it, please go look at that. That was my first time doing a wire wrap on video, so it was actually inspiring to say, you know what, I'm not afraid to do that on camera anymore, because and I think that's the reason why I didn't do it on video, because I hesitated, because it takes a lot of patience. And you know, manipulating the wire and screwing up and then having to redo that wire again, straighten it out and stuff like that, or trying to figure out where you want to position it. So yeah, it was, to me, it was an uplifting experience to be able to do it on video, and the comments were amazing. So I appreciate it very much. I appreciate all of you. You are so wonderful. So, and again, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe, give the thumbs up, and give the girls some love. Give us all some love, and Chris some love, because, you know, he does pay attention. And so this is just wonderful. So everybody, God bless. And I'm going to exit with scripture. Be right back. Well, this is the finished product. And I did the earrings so you can see them. I can come in a little closer. So right in here, you'll see that tiny little link right in there is what I took 2 of them off the necklace. And I did shorten them. I actually took 6 inches off of each side of the necklace. So, and it fits absolutely perfect, and what a difference. It is absolutely beautiful. What a difference. So anyway, so Proverbs 30 verse 5. Every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Everyone, God bless, and we'll see you again. Happy beading. Bye-bye.